Thanks to Loot Gaming from Loot Crate. It's a monthly subscription service. The Gaming Crate right now is $26.95 a month. You get $60 plus of retail value goods in there. Everything's licensed. Most of this is exclusive. You never know what you're going to get because it's a mystery. Check it out at lootcrate.com. And now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
So the first one is Spy Party, which Spy Party is a 1 versus 1 figure it out. I wouldn't even know how to.
What do you call
deductive reasoning game?
It's a whodunit.
Yeah, like a whodunit. One person is a spy, one person is a sniper. The person that's the spy has like all these particular objectives that they need to complete within this like little dinner party or different stage or whatever. And then there's a sniper that's watching from outside that has to look and try to figure out who the spy is and ice him.
You got a dude inside a party running around trying to do a bunch of stuff that's important to him because he's a spy. But he's trying to blend into all the AI. And the guy outside looking through a window with a sniper rifle trying to figure out which one is the spy so we can shoot him.
That's pretty much, yeah.
What you just said, right?
Basically, yeah.
Except, okay, yes.
With about as many words.
About as many words.
Okay.
One thing I thought about this immediately was like, well, it's going to be easy for someone who's played this game a lot to tell, that guy's not AI, he's obviously the spy, and then just shoot him. But we talked to someone who's played over 4,000 rounds, and he was like, oh, no, 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 no. He's like, as I get better, the spies get better, and they can like look like the AI, and they know that like, they start to figure out, oh, the AI usually takes a drink at this point in time, and so I'll do this motion and then take a drink. So it gets really difficult to tell who is the spy.
And they were telling us about like different kinds of sniping styles, like the ones that know what all the AIs do and just look for what's different. And then there's like the guys that watch, oversee. Yeah, so it's one of those games that you can play against strangers, friends of yours, and it's still like that whole cool, like, what are they trying to pull here? And you can't play the same way twice because then they'll be on to you, which is kind of cool.
Another thing that's pretty interesting about this game, and one of the reasons I think we both stopped and looked at it, was because it's one of those games where you can sit down and play like a full hour and play like 10, 15 sessions back and forth, or you can just sit down for 5 or 6 minutes and play 1 or 2 sessions.
Yep.
And then just be like, okay, now I gotta go because my baby's on fire.
Like they do. Up next is Nightwolf Survive the Megadome.
Nightwolf Survive the Megadome is something I played. Okay, it's got like the whole like twisted metal style of cars with guns and driving around. But this one, what I played was just single player. And for me, it was all about the driving, dark synth, just, you know, like music, Carpenter Brute style, Perturbator style music, retro, cyberpunk style. I could barely play it because the mouse was inverted, or not inverted, and I can't do that. I just cannot. But it seems like it could be fun. You're driving around, and there's waves of enemies, and you're just trying to survive and shoot them while avoiding them and jumping over crazy things. For me, the game is going to need multiplayer. And invert the mouse, of course, but this is an early game, early prototype, so it's fun. Music was kicking.
The last one that we took a look at was Detached Enter the Space. So this is a VR game, and this one is like this giant puzzle solver where you are a...
You need to come over and talk about this. Yeah. You guys may remember Christian. He's been working on the game that we're not working on currently, but we'll be working here. Christian, I'm going to stand awkwardly here and breathe on you.
Okay.
All right.
All right, talk.
So yeah, it was actually a really great VR experience. You wouldn't expect that just the process of just finding fuel cells and then finding where to plug those in would really be interesting. But when you're moving around in the space and you're just like, what corridor do I go down? And you know, you got your controls on the one hand, kind of rotating your pitch and your orbit and everything, and then your thruster on the other side. And it was just a really interesting puzzle solving experience, and you really felt like an astronaut, especially within the first 5 minutes of the game. You get to that point where you've successfully powered up the right systems of the space station. You go into the airlock, and as soon as you come out, you have that aha moment where you're like, wow, I am out in open space. Yeah.
And the neat thing about, so you have like complete like 3-dimensional movement in it. You can go everywhere, you can turn around, you can bump into fish, you can get stuck in corners and things like that. But it's neat because you just had this whole freedom of movement everywhere, instead of like a lot of other VR games where you're still planted on the ground and you can look everywhere, but you can't go everywhere. Like this one was much more like, I want to be here. And once you got out into that open space, you literally just had space to deal with. It wasn't like there were any sort of barriers or anything. Like you could just hover off into space and stuff like that and just lose it. But yeah, they made a really nice job of just making it look huge everywhere.
You had that experience where you just kind of like kick off from your safe zone back here and you're just out and open. You still got asteroids floating around everywhere, and then you have to make it to that that other space station way over there. And that for me is just feeling like wow, must be what it feels like to be an astronaut.
I had a point where I hit something and it started cracking on my monitor, and it was like suit malfunction and stuff like that, and I was like, oh god, decompression, oh god, like it actually kind of
Definitely interesting to really experience that in VR. You know, I'd played other space sim games, but that one being able to actually, feel like you're floating around, really immersive.
Yeah, it was neat. I dug it a lot.
Get some zooms on that. So yeah, this is our PAX coverage, guys. Could it get any more riveting than this? If I shook your chair until you fell onto the floor, would it be any more riveting? All right, be sure to grab a t-shirt. Do your duty to the people of the internets. I don't know. Bye everybody, we'll see you in the next video. Watch it or I'll spay your whole family.